Good evening, y'all. It is Sunday afternoon, evening, about 7 in the afternoon. How are you all this fine evening? Well, after getting up late, because I went to bed late, because I got home late last night, um, I watched, what, 2 or 3 auctions today, and just am amazed at not so much how much silver is bringing, but how much people that are auctioning silver are willing to take. So I don't know if the premiums are coming down or what, but I'm taking the opportunity to buy when I can. And I would suggest that everyone do that now. Was it last week or the week before? I bought quite a little on auction. And I got one package in that I must say something about again, because it's a big package, and you can tell by how big my hand is. I mean, that's 2 hands wide. But and I'll tear the label off this side. But you'll notice that in the package, right there, there's a hole. Right there, a couple of little holes. Down here at the bottom, there are a couple of holes. Now, I would suggest that if you're going to use these paper mailers, that you tape stuff down on the inside so it doesn't move around. Because if this one doesn't, if you look, and that's what happened right here. Now, I don't know what's all in here. I'll check when we open it, but I'll see if anything came out. And then I will get with this individual, and if anything is missing, we will get with that person, and we will take care of it. But I would suggest, even if you're using this kind of a mailer, that you tape stuff down on the inside so it doesn't move. If you insist on using these mailers, then take your packaging tape, hold up here, take your packaging tape, and tape up every seam all the way around this envelope. Tape up every seam, put the tape on your half, fold it over. Do that a couple of times. Yeah, you're going to use a little tape, but you're going to prevent things like that from happening. And a lot of times you'll prevent that from happening if you just tape stuff down on the inside of the envelope. I even suggest taping stuff down on the inside of the envelope when you do these. But this paper, these envelopes, they suck. They suck. Because look at the holes. Look at the holes. I'm telling you, these things are crap. There's a reason you get them cheap. There's even a hole right here, if you notice. You can see it right there. And that one. And this one. And that's one of the reasons is simply because this stuff is not taped down the inside. That's why. And we'll talk to the owner here, or the sender. I'm the owner. We'll talk to the sender and get this taken care of if anything's missing. But I will also contact them and tell them exactly what I think they need to do with their packaging. All right, I was gone for 4 days. Where did I go? I went to the Fur Takers of America, FTA, Fur Takers of America National Convention was held in Spencer, Iowa this year, which is 2 hours away from me. My brother and I went. Brother Phil is a trap collector. Like I collect coins, he also collects coins, but he also collects traps, especially antique traps. Traps with not much of a production numbers, traps made in other countries, traps made in um, unique, specific designs. Very interesting hobby. I never got into it, but he did. And I went along with him, helped set up. He tailgates, which is like, what do you want to call it? Flea market outside, but flea market for traps and everything trapping and outdoor related. And so you operate off the tailgate of your pickup or your trailer, and you set up a tarp and you put your stuff under their tables and you set up and you sell your wares. Tailgating spots cost money just like the tables cost money inside the big convention halls. Hey, Tarragonsu, how are you doing, buddy? Doing well. I'm tired after that 3-day jaunt out there. And I was humping. I go along for the muscle. I hump milk crates full of steel and set up tarps and do whatever. I go along for the ride. I did buy when I was there. Did I buy any traps? No, because I don't trap anymore. I am physically unable to effectively trap anymore. I can't walk up and down ditches and I can't walk long distances, but I also collect knives. I did manage to buy 4 really nice knives while I was out there. And there were some dandies that I would have liked to have, but they're a little bit more than I had. I bought this one just to establish where the knife price was at. This one, and you see it does have a maker's mark on. If I can get it so that the light will catch it just right. I don't know if I can or not, but we'll see. Yes, that is a shiny little blade. It does say Trophy Stag on it. There is no made in China or made in Pakistan anywhere on it. Seems like a decent steel. This is the one I bought just to establish where the knife price was at for this auction. And okay, $85. Not bad. Not bad at all. There were 3 knives that I wanted to purchase while I was there. 2 at the auction at the end, and 1 was from a dealer. This one from a dealer is this is just the size and type of blade that I like. It's just as long as my finger, and so I can guide it when I'm skinning with my finger. And this is a S. Schultz private knife maker. And a really nice knife. This is a $100 knife. Not bad. Not a bad knife at all. Still a stainless steel blade, but I bought that from a dealer. And I met another knife maker when I was out there, and we talked. And I will be ordering a blade from him. But I got to talk to him, and I got to pick his head a little bit, pick his brain. He was under our tent, but Chris, the guy that was set up with us, he was selling blades from this gentleman. And you're talking $300, $350 blades. So I got to talk to him, and I told him we'd be doing some business. So I got this one. It's a $100 blade. Now the two I got at the auction, I wanted. This one is a buck knife. This is a 226, I believe, if I remember right. It's a buck. Hold up. 113E. And if you'll notice, it has Mountain Man on it, Trapper Mountain Man. Get a little piece of black crap off of there. And you'll also notice that the name on here was Cumberland Northwest Trapper Supply, 50 years of service from 1965 to 2015. So it was a commemorative for Cumberland. Cumberland's up here in Minnesota. And my brother knows the owners very well and buys antique traps from them. And they do stuff. It had a few scrapes on the brass bolster right there, as you can see. A couple scrapes on the brass bolster and on that side also. But other than that, this knife is very, very nice. I think it cost me $110. But it was 50th anniversary of Cumberland's, made by Buck Knives for them. So I wanted that one. And there was one other one, and I don't know who made it. Don't know where it came from. But that's this little knife right here. And if you will notice, I don't like this style of blade at all. I don't like that blade. I don't like that style. That's for gutting people. Anyway, look at the steel. Look at the steel. That's a Damascus blade. And two pieces, if you notice right there, it's a solid steel blade all the way through the handle, but there's two pieces of Damascus steel on either side of the handle. That is a beautiful piece of steel right there. This is what I like, high carbon steel. And the thing was, it was stored in the leather case for so long that it was rusting here and here on the blade, here and here. I don't know if you can see that, but I've kind of oiled it up. But you see that stain on there? And on that side too? This side came off pretty good, but this side's still pretty bad. I got to try and clean it up some more, but that's some beautiful Damascus work there. That's some beautiful Damascus work. So I think this one cost me $50 because I don't think anybody knows what a good knife is anymore. Not even trappers. I really don't. All right. That's what I was doing all week. I got home last night about 12:30. I sat up, read my emails, looked at mail, and had a bratwurst. And then I went to bed. And then I got up this morning because my middle daughter was here, and her little dog likes to hop up on my bed and nibble on my hand, and not nibble, chew on my hand to wake me up in the morning because she wants to play. Oh. So I got up early. I think I slept all of 6 hours and got up. Same thing every night at the convention because it was maybe 6 hours of sleep every night, and you get up early because people are up early. They're looking for deals. They're walking around. They're wanting to see your shit, and you're there to sell, so you better be selling. I will put some rust remover on it that won't hurt that pattern on that steel, because that pattern is two types of steel melted, pounded together, and the way that you do that determines the pattern on the mosaic pattern on it. So it won't hurt the pattern any, but I have to, and I won't use a metal scratcher or brush or anything like that on it to get it off. It'll have to be chemically done. But I do not store knives in leather. Do not store knives in leather. If it's Kydex, okay, but not in leather. Leather sucks moisture in from the air. That moisture is transferred to the steel. If it's stainless steel, it's not a big deal. But if it's high carbon steel, then it's a big deal. And I would suggest that if anybody has any leather sheaths whatsoever, that you mink oil them or bear grease them. Leather waterproof them somehow. Inside and out. Inside and out. But don't store your knives long term in a leather sheath. Don't do that. Not a good idea. All right, let's open up this package and see what's in it, and maybe I can tell you what's missing. Let's just do that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages here, small packages. I have 1, 2, 3 boxes, big boxes down here, and one big package. We will wait. We'll do another video, maybe tomorrow, opening those up, because I went nuts a week ago and I bought a lot of silver. So let's open this thing up. And you know what? I'm going to wait. No, I won't. I was going to wait and take pictures and for insurance purposes, but I'm not going to do that because I got the video evidence right here. So I'm just going to open this up. And we're just going to open that up, and I'm going to put this down here on the desk so you can see what this is. This is what is coming out of this box right here. That is it. Empty. Empty. And tip that up a little bit so you can see. Empty. All right. Get this back down. What do we got? We got 3 proof sets. We got a 97. We got a 96, which is opened up here. Let's see. How is that? Yeah, there's a 96 and 95. There we go. 96, 97, and 98. 96, 97, and 98. Is everything here. It certainly looks like it. All the certificates are here, I think. Let's see. I know I bought them cheap enough, so I don't buy mint sets. Normally, I don't. I have a few. I don't normally buy them unless they're cheap. And I should have bought some today that were real cheap, but I didn't on Mama T's. But I did not. Yeah, that one is still there. Let's see. What years? I bought my daughters, all for their birth years, a mint set, but a silver mint set. I bought them silver mint sets, so they may get these too. My first one was born in 96, 97, and 99, I believe. Yeah, they're all there. So everything is there. Now, we'll look on my little sheet where I took my notes. And where'd it go? Right here. I know who it was. So hold up a second. Let me look. Hold up. Oh, yeah, something else was supposed to be in there. What was it? Okay. That was it. That was all that was supposed to be in there. So we got away with that packaging, but I will get a hold of that person. God dog it. I will get a hold of that person and we will discuss packaging. All right. So we got that done. Very good. The rest of these packages are sealed, taped. All right. This one, I don't know what happened here. That's the label on this side. And this is the how he actually labeled this side. I'm not a fan of this. Let's see, Tarragonsu. I'll have to see. Are these all San Francisco's? They're all greens, so yeah, they look like they're all San Francisco's. Yeah, I don't normally buy them, but all the girls have a silver mint set for their birth year, so I will probably give them one of these for their birth year also. Yeah, I don't know who actually did this, but that's not cool. That's not cool at all, guy. And he reuses his envelopes. I can tell that because of the way it's sealed at the top. See, it's open right there. So he just put it together, taped it over, stapled it together, and made sure that it was secure enough. But that addressing was not cool. All right, so let's open that up. You know, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know about people, but you learn. You learn about people. You learn about different ways people do stuff. Yeah, see, there is staples in that thing, so that's not a bad way to do it. Matter of fact, I did that at one time. We be empty. I won't reuse it again, I can tell you that. I got a penny here. It's a 1946 D, uncirculated red, it says. I don't know, it's a fucking penny. Whatever. I know I got that cheap enough. Let's see here. We got some silver. I don't know. And I'll have to look and see exactly what I got. I think I got 4 A-mark rounds, I believe, but yeah, I did. I got 4 A-mark rounds, and the reason I did because they were cheap. Dude, I'm telling you, when it comes to buying silver, and you're just buying silver as an investment, you're not collecting. All you're really concerned about is spot. All right, what about here? Yeah, 4 A-mark rounds. And it doesn't say anything about a penny, so he must have thrown that in there. But that's cool. I mean, a penny's a penny. What the hell? I have pennies, so I would not call that a red. I would call that a red brown, but it's a Wheatie. And it's a 46D. I don't know if that's a special one or not. But what the heck? All right, we got A-mark rounds here. What years do we have? We got a 1983, a 1984, 1986, which is toned up. in 1985. So we got 83, 84, 85, and 86. And look at the toning on this one up at the top. How you like that? Right around the edge. And see, I got these cheap enough that if I want to make something, say I want to have something, I could melt these and not feel bad about that at all. Because I don't collect A marks per se. But yeah, I could do that and not feel bad about that. But yeah, there you go. There are 4 A marks right there. Just like that. And a penny. And some mint sets. All right, what else we got here? We'll get one more big package out of the way. This is from Oregon Stacker. I don't know what this is, but whatever it is from Oregon is always pretty good. And if he put any more of that candy in there, I'm going to crap myself because we need the other pig sticker here. Man, I'm telling you, trying to get in here to save this thing. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I might have to cut off the end. I don't like doing that, but yep, gonna have to cut the end off. Just like that. We cut a corner, then we stick it in there like that, and then we come around here and we cut the flap like that so that I can bend it back over and reuse it. Come on. Oh, that thing is getting really gummed up, boy. You talk about being gummed up. That's it. Man. Wow. Look at the glue on that. All right. So we flip it open like that, then I can flip it back over and reuse it. And look at that. There's a double package in there. Yep. Double package. Where'd my penny go? Come here, you. Come here, you little bugger. Double package. And this is a reused package right here. So yep. Come on. Open up, you. God, man. This packaging tape is good. Packaging tape is good. Depending on condition. Well, I'm going to tell you, Tarragon, it ain't that good a condition, so. Wow. Boy, I really got to get that cleaned off tonight. That really sucks. Yeah, that is a reused package, just like I reuse them. Let's get this thing opened up. Let's get this out of here. What do we got? Candy, candy, candy. He sent some more of that candy. That crappy candy. Not a fan of that crappy candy. You want to know why? Because I got some more right here. And this is all going to go in that bag. And that's all going to get to ship somebody that actually likes it. And I got just the person to whom that's going to go. Not my favorite candy. All right, that little sticker goes over there. Now, what do we got here? We got a couple of things. I'm not sure what they are. I think I spent oh yes, an F15 privy. I did do a 15 upgrade for this coin. that kook. And I need to get my old eyes out here. Where are they at? They're over here someplace. I need to look at this. Yes. All right. Oh, God, that capsule. No, that capsule's good. All right. If you look right underneath the beak, you see that privy mark? That's a F15 privy. That's the fine 15 finest coins in the world. This is one of them. I have another one, but from a different year. I paid for the upgrade on that one. So I kind of like those F15s. And then this was a, oh, he's got, look at that, bonus on there. I wonder what that is. It's soft enough. I do not know what that is. We're going to have to, because I don't want to cut into anything. Okay, let's do this then. I don't know what he would send as a bonus. Something almost seems like it's wooden. Well, it's cardboard, that's for sure. What did Oregon send as a bonus? Oh, look, got a Mercury head dime. Where's my old eyes again? In 1926. Anybody know where the mint marks are on a dime? Yeah, it's got no bands or lines in the bundle anymore, but it doesn't really make any difference. It's a free little piece of soap. It's got a W over to the right there. I don't know what that is. I'm not a collector of them. I have quite a few, but I don't collect them. I don't have a book or anything. But yeah, that was cool. Well, thank you, Oregon. I didn't know you did that. You didn't have to do that, dude. Nice. I like that F15 though. That is a fine coin. In my opinion, those will be worth some money someday. But okay, set that over there. Then what do we got here? Scott. This should be a good package here. There we go. Let's come on. Wow, man. That really needs to get cleaned badly. Yep. I am falling down on the job big time. All right. And empty. All right. We got a couple of them here. Tape. Oh, shoot. Of course. All right. Let's look what we got here. Package them up really well. All right, get that out of here. Get that out of here. Well, we did get a sunshine minting bar. That's just like this other, like these A marks right here. That's just silver that needs to be tested because that didn't sound right. And we got the werewolf. The werewolf. Which is, I don't know, I thought that was intaglio. Yeah, it is. It's intaglio. I think that one will be really nice looking, antiqued, to tell you the truth. I might get this one antiqued. I think that that one will be fine antiqued. I don't know if it does anything for anybody else, but I've had a couple of them antiqued by Angry Warrior Tackle Box, and I'm telling you what, the coins that I had done, I'm glad I did because they look so much better. So much better antique. Brings out the detail like you wouldn't believe. And here we have just a JM bullion round. I have probably a 2 of those things. So, all right, that's just bullion also. And what do we got here? We have the, oh, it's a prospector. But it's a little bit different prospector than what you're used to. This one has that on that side. The mountain compass almost looks like a sextant rope or cable. And that's the prospector that's on that side. That prospector is cooler. Ah, damn, man. Trying to get it just right so it's out of the light. All right. And we got to put it over here so we don't focus on the other one. See, it's not the prospector be leading the donkey now. It's beside the donkey with a pan in his hand and a pick over his shoulder. I like that. I like that prospector a lot. I'm not a big prospector collector, but I'll keep this one. Yeah, I like that. I like that one a lot. So, and we got to put the penny up there like that because otherwise you can't see the damn thing. All right. And then we have one here. And this one is from Steve Looking for Silver. Steve Looking for Silver. And I think I'm going to have to cut a corner off of this one also. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. If I can get this in here. Just leave me a little bit. Yep, right there. Okay. And then I can get under that tape and open that up just like that. And then I can get down underneath this little lid right there. And then I can reuse that thing. Just like that. Man, really got to clean that before tomorrow. If we do another mail opening tomorrow, that's got to get cleaned before tomorrow. Wow, that's nasty. And here we go. Oh, look at that. And nothing left in there. All right, good. I can reuse a few of those over again. And see, Steve puts his stuff in this cardboard, sticky cardboard, which is kind of cool. He does that. I had one coin, and it was a maple leaf. No, it wasn't a maple leaf. Was it a maple? Yeah, it was a maple. But I have the, which privy do I have? Let's see here. I don't think I had this privy. This is a dog privy. Yeah, I don't know if I got that one or not. I didn't think I had, but I may have. I don't know. The dog privy. 2018. I may have it. I may not. I don't know. I'll have to look. But if I do, I have another one. And you know me, I collect Canadian coins, right, Tarragontu? You have an F-15 silver maple privy. Well, we may just be talking, son. We may be talking about a trade here if you like kooks. I'm not sure I'm going to get rid of that F-15 kook, but yeah, I know it. I'm going to test it. Don't worry. Yeah, that's a good little haul. That's a good little haul for 5 little packages. Like I say, I got the one from Block is open tomorrow. I got another box from who do I got this one from? Bill Yates. I got one from, and it's a big package. It's not a. This one is from Andrew Webb here. It's a good size one. Thick, nice and thick. We got one from Block, a big one. I'm not even gonna hold it up. We got one from this one from Sorcerer Stan. You guys are gonna like what's in here, I think. That's a pretty good sized box too, and that's not even half the size of Block is. And then this one from Bill. So we got 4 to open tomorrow. But that's the opening for tonight, because I had to get a few of these opened and get tested and get them on a spreadsheet and clean my scissors, damn it, and let you know what was happening the last 4 days. I came home to a table and a desk full of mail, mostly junk mail, but packages, and I wanted to let you know what I've been doing the last 4 days. And, if any of you guys are interested in trapping, I don't know if you are or not, but the drawing on the thumbnail for this video is a drawing I did for Bifrost, for Frosty's daughter, to see if she could make me a custom-made thing. But there you go. That's on my arm. So, and if you remember back in the day, trappers were hired by companies to, like Hudson Bay and whatever, to go on trap beaver for them, and then they would buy all their supplies from the company store and then come back in and pay off their credit with beaver pelts, and then whatever was left over was their profit, and blah blah blah. Guys went out and formed their own company, American Free Trappers, and then they got to keep most of their profit for themselves. So the capitalistic spirit was alive and well even in the 1700s, 1800s, 1800s. 1600s is more like the French were coming down the Mississippi and going west, down the Great Lakes, Mississippi, going west. But then early 1800s, then moving out west. And there were a lot of British, French, oh God, European, I would say white Europeans, some blacks too, black Europeans, trapping beaver and trading with the natives. I hate to use the term native, the indigenous peoples of the United States, because I'm a native. I was born here. And so I don't like using the term native. I like using the term indigenous. All right, because I'm politically incorrect. Native is not a term that I prefer, because if you look up the term native, that means a person who's born here. I was born here, so I'm native. I'm native to Iowa. I'm native to the United States. And so the people that were here before the white man got here are indigenous peoples because there were no people here before the indigenous peoples came across the land bridge and down along the coast and the interior of the Rocky Mountains and up from South America because they had Polynesian influence. Yes, they came from the islands of South America in rickety little goddamn boats and came up. And those would be the Olmecs, Aztecs, Mayas, how that all progressed. And actual Mexican people are nothing but a combination of those people and the Spanish. Those two interbred. Those are quote unquote Mexican people. They have more Spanish in them than they have indigenous populations. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Call me a racist, call me a whatever you want to call me, doesn't matter. Facts are facts. Anyway, that's all we have for today. The second Canadian Zodiac series. I'd have to look. I'd have to get the other book from either Charlton or if Block can get it cheaper for me. I don't know. He got me this one, but this one is for the newer coins, and I don't know how far back it goes. I'd have to look again. Come on, you. You would think they'd have less advertisements in here. Well, it goes back to the 3-cent piece. But the one thing it does not have in here is a 20-cent piece. So they have palladium and platinum coins in here, gold coin, silver. Well, they got to go back a decent ways anyway. 68. Collect your coins from 53 to 2023. Okay, so 53. And Block is going to have to get me, or I'm going to have to get me the one that takes care of the older series here. But yeah, I'll have to look up some of the coins that I do have. That's one thing I got to do is just sit up here with my spreadsheet. Here's what I got. Look it up. What's it worth? Blah, blah, blah. Here's what I got. What's it worth? It's just tedious work. I'd rather buy it, collect it, what I don't have. But yeah, you have to do that in order to know what you have. Hey, freaking awesome. About time you showed up. No, I'm just kidding. No, when I went on my big buying spree, I got notes that I kept. So I know what's supposed to be in each package. And the package that had the holes and tears in it only had these three proof sets in. So, and see, they had blue, they had black, they had green, and did they have reds? I don't know. The United States Mint just pisses me off. And I only bought them because they're cheap, real cheap. And I know he was selling some more today, and I probably should have bought them because they went cheap also. It's the end of the month. People are a little bit strapped for cash at the end of the month. And I just bought way too much last week. So I need to cut it for a little bit. Damn. I get carried away sometimes, man. You know, there was a guy asked me at the convention, he says, "You drink coffee all day. Don't you get a caffeine buzz? Don't you get make it hard to sleep?" I said, "I've been drinking coffee straight for 2 years now since I quit drinking alcohol. Coffee doesn't affect me at all. I can drink a cup of coffee right before I go to sleep, and I can sleep like a baby. But if I had a Diet Pepsi or something like that, I'd be up all night. So 6 of one, half does the other, I guess. I don't know. Coffee just doesn't affect me. Either that or I'm not drinking very good coffee, one or the other. I do have some instant espresso out there that I took with me to the Trappers Convention. Fortunately, I didn't need to use it because we were tailgating, 50 yards away from the cafe, and they had nice hot coffee all day long. So, and it was cheap too. 20 ounce cup of coffee cost me $2. Cheap. Cheap. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Did you get my birthday present to you? No. What did you? No, don't tell me. But when did you send it? And did you send it with tracking? Because I got no tracking notification from you, I don't think. But I'd have to look. Maybe I did, and I just don't remember because I had so much on my mind the last 3, 4, 5 days. I don't know. For more circulation coins, one is more for commemorative coins, gold, silver, and gold. I'm thinking that this one, and Block told me that there are 2 of this book, one for the older coins and one for the newer coins. And this is the Royal Canadian Mint issues, and it says, come here, you, get out of the way. And it says, Drake Potion, blah, blah, blah. Copyright 52, disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. Trademark notice. Okay. From what I see here, this is a commemorative, type of commemoratives and finishes, sets and series, and non-circulating legal tender commemorative thematic issues. But it starts right off with brilliant uncirculated and circulated sets 1968 to 2006. Proof-like sets 1954 to 1967. Yep, proof-like sets 54 to 67. That's what it starts out with. 6 coin silver proof-like sets. And the next page is the brilliant uncirculated and circulated sets from 64 to 2006. The 6 coin nickel brilliant uncirculated sets, which are something that I'm not really concerned with, but yeah, this looks like this is for the newer coins, and I really need to get one for the older coins. Oh, and I found another coin purse at the sale. This one is a zippered, one of the advertising ones that the bank gave out or whatever. And I will do another video on this because I found a couple of other ones, but nice zippered coin purse. I'm still looking for another single clutch because I gave one away to Lady Bluegrass And she got that, and she says she's very happy with that. And she's going to put all her the coins she wins on gauze and giveaways. She's going to put them into that purse and see if she can't fill it up. And that's about this size, so that's how big that is. Just big enough to slip into your front pocket. Anyway, yeah, and see, that book is a book that I probably don't have. I probably need that book as well as this one. That 20-cent coin, they were only made for 1 year, correct? And I know a place that has 2 of them. But if you want to spend $250 a piece, you can do that. I will probably get one. Because what Canadian, self-respecting Canadian collector does not have a 20-cent coin? Yeah, I don't know what they were either. And if you sent them, I probably got them. Did they come from Joe Durbin? Was he the one that sent them? If he sent them, I got them. So I don't know. Oh, you didn't get to see the knives. Look at this. It's a knife I bought. Not that I like that blade shape. I don't, but I do like the, do you see the Damascus pattern in that? That's the whole handle, the blade and everything. That blade goes all the way through. It's a through tang, so it's a solid piece, but there's 2 pieces of Damascus on either side that are glued and pinned. And whoever had it stored it in the sheath because there's some rust residue there and on the blade. You can see it in the hollow grind on the blade and just above it. See, it's really bad on that side. I've oiled it and cleaned it off since I got it home, but it's going to take some more chemicals to get that off. But that was one nice blade right there. I don't know who made it, but whoever did the Damascus work was really good. And then this one, by a manufacturer, S. Schultz. That is the size of blade that I prefer and the shape of blade that I prefer. Why? Because when I grip it, I can put my finger right there, and I can guide that tip as I'm skinning. That's how I skin, just exactly like that. I don't hold a blade like this, not unless I'm attacking someone. But if I'm skinning an animal, I use that. So that's about the size that I like. It's about an 8-inch, 9-inch with a 4.5-inch handle and a 4-inch blade, maybe a 4.25-inch blade. It's about right. With a brass bolster, brass rivets, and the rivets are really nice on here. They're not bad. He did some decent work, and that's a through tang blade also. But that's $100 knife, son. And I thought that was a good deal. Here, we got this, I don't know, might be okay. I don't really care for a big blade. But it was cheap enough, and it does have a maker's mark, so trophy stag. And it does have some nice work. I mean, brass bolsters, brass spacers, micarta, little bone antler or something in the middle, leather. I did a little screw on cap and then glued it in place. That's pretty nice. Sheath's not bad, but I don't, I only collect knives that big. I don't use them. I don't carry them. That's what I call a camp knife. That's a chopper. And then we got this buck knife here, which is a 50th anniversary of Cumberland. Oh no. Now what happened? My camera just did something weird and froze up. Wow. Cumberland, 50th anniversary. Cumberland's up here in Minnesota. Northwest Trapper Supply, Owatonna, Minnesota. 1965, 1995. And the brass on this was scraped up a little bit. But what I liked about it was the mountain man picture on the blade. And it's a buck 113, I said 113E, I think. 113E. Yeah, 113C. Sorry, 113C. And also a full tang. But you see the scratches on the brass bolster right there? So somebody had it and didn't take care of it real well. But nice knife. I do like the size. Again, like that. I wouldn't use this knife. This is a collector, but again, exactly how I like the size of knife that I like. I would carry these all day, but I won't carry a big knife. And that's what we were doing all weekend. Yeah, we were at the Fur Takers of America National Convention in Spencer, Iowa. Selling traps, selling trapping related stuff. And there you go. And that's what I got. That's what I got for you guys tonight. I can see, if you held that in your hand, you can see the scratches in the brass, believe me. You know, it was a trip with my brother, and while we were there, my brother-in-law actually texted me and say, "Where are you guys at?" We were just there. I said, we were right across the street from where you walked into the main convention hall. Our pickup was parked right there. All you had to do was look. Well, I was there with my brother Gary, or with my brother Guy, and we came for one beaver trapping demonstration, and we didn't see you there. We turned and went and got pizza, and we left. I said, if you would just turn the other way and looked where you turned to go get pizza, if you would just turn the other way and looked across the street, you would have seen us. He said, well, we left now. Well, who the hell comes from Fargo, North Dakota, and his brother comes from St. Ansgar, Iowa? They meet up over there and go to one demonstration and don't walk around to see everything. Beyond me, just beyond me. But that's the way it was. So we missed each other again. Anyway, that's the way that went. But yeah, I got to see some guys that I haven't seen in four years now, that I haven't been going to conventions simply because I've had surgeries and had other stuff to do. And just about every convention that I've ever gone to, there was a guy that smoked cigars there, Sam, and always just get a cigar from him. I'd ask him for a cigar. He'd give me one. Not a problem. This year I said, I'm going to take cigars, and hopefully Sam's going to be there. Sure enough, he was parked right next to us, him and his brother Bruce and Cody, selling stuff right out of their pickups there. And I walked up to him and I said, Sam, all these years you've been giving me cigars. Here is one for you. And it was like a family reunion at that point. It was really good. I'm glad I got to talk to those guys again. I may go to more now that I got nothing else to do, but it was fun. It was fun. They say, the National Trappers Association convention was there also at one time. The National Trappers Association convention is more about money, about selling and buying stuff. And the Fur Takers of America is more like a great big family reunion. And it really is. So, kind of like the old rendezvous used to be. Yeah, I know. And he called me after they leave. Ah, anyway, that's the way that goes. We'll get together one of these years before he dies, hopefully, maybe sometime. But that's all I got for this evening, guys. So until tomorrow, I think till tomorrow when I open the rest of that crap, I don't want the rest of that stuff. I will see you then, more than likely, when I get up, if I get up. See ya.